Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Football Stooges, the weekly YouTube podcast where we cover football in and out in every way imaginable.
And boy, is it stupid.
It's going to be very stupid this week. We have a full slate of 4 UFL games to break down, then 4 UFL games to predict, as well as the NFL schedule release, and I'm really excited for a lot of these games. It's going to be very interesting, so we'll break down all of that. And as always, Maston's favorite part, we got a tier list. So I cannot do this myself, so as always, let me introduce the rest of my compatriots and dumbassery. First up, not painting minis anymore for the next few minutes. That's the wrong fucker. No, get out of here.
Oh my God, get him out of here.
You done fucked up.
And there he is. It's Maston.
I've only been doing this for over 100
I was going to say,
episodes.
Maston, you look a lot younger.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like a baby.
okay. Yeah, fuck you and your tier list. God damn it. Okay,
Oh, no, he's painting. He's painting. Holy shit.
Look at what you did. Look at what you did to me.
Remove the
All right.
figurine and he's painting his nails.
Next up, His Holiness. Everyone.
We're doing this again. The Pope is sick today. He had one too many malorts, okay?
All right, we're out of there. Nope.
Too
I
many
fucking.
lords.
Oh yeah.
Put
Welcome,
that in the
Mamba.
grave. Yeah, we're good. We're done with the Pope names. Put me
I
in
love-
done.
I did love when that I just dropped that on you guys. Just like, hold on, I gotta fix this. Took an hour to like get
Actually
set up.
pretty funny.
New meme. Qatari $400 million jets.
All right. Next up, a man who has currently lost his superpowers because he shaved his mustache. Lamy.
I did shave the mustache. We
I
got
didn't even
state
notice
track
it.
coming up, so
I actually
Yeah.
did not.
I got to look
lighting.
somewhat professional for when
I mean,
tournament time. comes
Gorlami
around.
showed up in like, I'm like, who is this like prepubescent child we have in this group chat now? Like, what is this like the 11-year-old? What the heck? This isn't a
Well,
Minecraft group.
I-
Anyway, next up, K-Duff.
I could be with
Also,
you guys, and I'm just a poor innocent
I
child.
don't know if anybody noticed as well. So it's not like down to my fucking shoulder blades anymore.
Yeah. I need to get a haircut at some point. My hair's getting a little crazy.
So do
When I
I.
start getting like Mike Madonna curls in the back, that's when I know it's time to get a haircut.
Like McDonald girls.
I like that with shaving. Like it's a point when I can like taste my mustache when I like suck my lips in, and that's when I'm like, okay,
God.
you need to shave.
No,
I
I'm,
made a
like,
switch
eating
up. I made a
something
switch up on
and
my
just
beard.
the hair goes in. Oh,
Yeah, that's
I
nasty.
got Bush Delights.
You haven't gotten any apple yet?
I don't want to talk about it.
We didn't want to talk about it. Did you not get any?
Sold out at every store.
Well, yeah, it's Bush Apple, man. People have been waiting for that to come back like the Messiah, dude. Like, it's...
I still have 2 in the fridge from the last time they had Bush Apple. I am saving them for eternity.
Oh, my gosh. All right. Let's get right into it. We're going to do the crossover grid. We'll go to KDF News, and then we will cover the UFL, give our predictions. Then we will... Well, actually, I think we should do the NFL schedule first. That'll be pretty decently quick, and then we'll go into the UFL
Yeah, might as
stuff.
well.
But yeah. But anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and warm up those football brains with a bit of trivia here. Ooh, this is a lot of teams.
oh, this is tough.
5 playoff game starts. Let's do Schaub. Really? Matt Schaub didn't have 5 playoff game starts? Okay,
For
JJ
the
Watt.
Texans
No.
matchup, yeah, probably not.
Okay, JJ Watt, 5 playoff game starts as a Bear. Mike Singletary.
Singletary would probably be good.
Okay, 5 playoff game
Either
starts
that
as a
or,
Bronco.
Urlacher.
Who's Mama
Jimmy
Michelle?
Leonard.
Who's Mama Michelle?
Shannon Sharp.
Hell yeah.
All right, good. All right, now let's see. Oh, there's a lot of these I would.
This
don't
is a
think I would
tough
know.
one.
This is a tough one.
I don't know anything Buccaneers or Bears
Oh,
or even Washington.
Commanders, Texans,
with this
you
one,
can do
Montez
Larry
Sweat, right?
Oh, yeah, actually. I forgot
Oh,
about
yeah.
him. I forgot
He
about
led
him.
the
Right next
team.
to it,
He led both teams. Oh, sorry. Which way?
Laramie Tunsil for Texans Commanders.
Would
Oh,
it
Larry.
count now because the season did not start yet?
Oh yeah, I don't know.
well,
How do
you
you
can
spell
still we
lit?
can still try. Do
L-A-R-E.
TUN. No, just do tonsil. Like TUNS. There you go.
Nope, doesn't count.
Yeah,
Not
I think
yet.
it would count. Oh well, worth a shot.
It'd be a tough one. Buccaneers.
Yeah, I was about to say Robert Griffin III was never a Houston Texan.
Shit.
Was Aqib Talib ever a Buccaneer? I forget. Champ Bailey, that works.
Was it
Aqib Talib, maybe for.
I thought he was just Raiders and Broncos.
Nope.
Oh, he was a
Shout out.
Okay.
Shout out Kadoff. 3 more. Bears and Buccaneers.
This one I have no idea.
I
think running back. How about say
no, not Leroy Selman.
Devin Hester was never a Buck.
Yeah. Texans one's hard because they're so new. Such a young franchise. They are the youngest, I believe.
At the moment, yes. Because they came around
32 is a good number to stay
after
at.
the Jags and Panthers.
32 is
A solid number to stay at.
Right. I could not tell you for any of these. I'm racking my brain here, but
to think of names.
Washington and the Texans. This is tough. Let's just start naming random Texans.
No, he was somewhere else. I was about to say not Matt Corral, Heineke, but no, he was he on Texans?
no, Heineke.
Nope.
Heineke was never a Texan.
He was a
Or I
Texan.
guess he was.
He was a backup.
Shout out Taylor
I just never
Hennessy.
seen the name on.
Okay.
So that's just Bucks. All right. So the Buccaneers and the
Bucks and no, that's right. And Washington. Okay, never mind. I thought Washington was on the column. Fuck, I was about to say
No.
Doug Williams but that's Bucks and Washington, not Bucks and Texans.
Oh, dude, I just thought of one. Bears, Bucks, Mike Glennon.
Oh my God.
Lennon. Look at that neck.
Oh my God.
That man would stick a neck out for anyone, not intentionally.
Was Fitzmagic a Texan?
He was.
Oh,
there we go.
I think that's like the
buddy.
most. Yep, that's the most.
Yeah.
Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Quentin Portis, John Lynch here. Forgot about that. He was a Buccaneer.
Oh.
Peyton Manning, Walter
Peyton
Payton.
Manning.
John
Watt. Yeah.
I didn't know he was. Wait, John Lynch was a Bronco. I forgot about that.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
I think he actually won a Super Bowl with him at the very end, I think like Elway, because I whenever I remember John Lynch in a Broncos uniform, he's in the new Broncos uniform, not like the old like creamsicle colored ones.
The
So,
light blue,
The light
and
blue
orange.
and
I know what you're
vibrant
talking
orange, yeah. So he literally the second the Broncos switched from that old style to the new style, John Elway won his rings finally. So there we go. All right, we got all that done. So let's go ahead and move on now to KDF News.
Started lagging for a minute there.
Yeah, that was a really well timed lag.
Yeah, that would have been great. Okay, I think
Okay.
I'm good though. So let's see. We're going to start out with some injury news. The only thing I've got out for the year, yet another NFL player is already out for the year. This is
Jason
Browns
Tatum.
linebacker. Browns linebacker Jeremiah. I mean, honestly, after what Luke Cornett did last night, I don't think we actually need Tatum at this point.
He cannot do
Knock
that
on
again
wood.
if he tried.
Knock
That
on
was
wood.
the stars
Anyway,
aligned game for him. Anyway, moving on. Omar Kamara.
Yeah, JOK. So he has been moved to the PUP list by the Browns over the neck injury he sustained last year. Week 8, it was that scary collision he had with Derrick Henry versus the Ravens. So considering he is still not cleared to play for it, he is most likely done for the year. As for short to long-term stuff involving the UFL, guys that are most likely out this week, we got Showboats running back West Hill with a calf strain, Brahma's wide receivers Greg Ward Jr. with an abdominal injury, and Matthew Sexton both are doubtful with Sexton's got a hamstring injury. Roughnecks cornerbacks Keenan Isaac with a shoulder injury and Corn Elder. That's a weird name. Corn, like the vegetable, yeah. Corn Elder. Oh my God, it's corny. Yeah, hamstring injury for him.
Hey there,
And
motherfuckers.
And Stallions wide receiver Mari
corn.
Corn.
It's a corn
we
that
will
will
send your
your newborn.
That video was fucking great.
So great.
All right, back on track. Squirrel.
Questionables going into the week.
Awesome.
Showboat's quarterback Dresser Wynn with a knee injury. Defensive tackle Boogie Roberts likely to come back from a knee injury. Panthers quarterback Bryce Perkins has an ankle injury. Roughnecks cornerback Damon Arnett likely to come back from the illness that's kept out the past couple of weeks. Stowns quarterback Case Cookus both with elbow and knee injuries. Battlehawks defensive end TJ Pasefo with Renegades running back Devion Smith and defenders cornerback Keandre Thomas also all with knee injuries. Other than that, going into NFL, people getting ready for offseason programs and training camp. 49ers linebacker Dre Greenlaw finally expected to be fully ready after the quad strain he suffered earlier in the offseason. And I wish we had him a lot earlier last year, but we're finally getting Christian Barmore back for the Patriots. He missed a lot of last season due to blood clots, but he's now officially cleared for all football activity. So it's good to see him back. On to signings and re-signings. Only thing I've got for the UFL, the Michigan Panthers are signing an undrafted free agent out of Florida, linebacker R.J. Moten. As for other stuff going around the league, the Falcons have, and because I'm also going to be including a few of the major picks that have been made, some of the deals they've made. For the Falcons, both their first-round picks, linebacker Jalen Walker is getting a 4-year, $20.5 million deal, and defensive end James Pierce Jr. is getting a 4-year, $16.8 million deal with a $9 million signing bonus. The Ravens are extending running back Derrick Henry on a 2-year, $30 million deal, which I believe is basically the exact same deal he got when he first signed with Baltimore. And they're also signing undrafted free agent Wyoming kicker John Hoyland. I believe he's going to be going into training camp against one of the guys they drafted to replace Justin Tucker. Panthers are rookie wide receiver Tetai Roa McMillan's getting a 4-year, $27.9 million deal. Bears have signed tight end Colson Loveland to his 4-year, $26.6 million contract. Nothing for Shamar Stewart just yet, but offensive tackle Jalen Rivers for the Bengals, 4 years, $4.6 million. Down to the Broncos, they've signed a rookie wide receiver Pat Bryant to a 4-year, $6.6 million deal. Texans have signed rookie wide receiver Jaden Higgins to a 4-year, $11.7 million deal. It's the fully guaranteed, which doesn't sound major news, but it's the first time a second-round pick in NFL history has been given a fully guaranteed rookie contract. So apparently I see something in him, so good for him. Colts tight end Tyler Warren, 4 years, $20.9 million with an $11.9 million signing bonus. The Jaguars have signed former Bills tight end Quentin Morris. Raiders are signing former Cowboys linebacker Jalen Smith. This is his second stint with the team. He last played with them in 2023 and also just played in the league in 2023. He was out most of last year as a free agent. And rookie running back Ashton Jeanty, 4 years, $35.8 million. It includes a $22.7 million signing bonus and a 5th-year option, which I'm pretty sure is standard for most first-round picks, actually. Yeah. Dolphins are signing former Patriots long snapper Joe Cardona. Patriots are signing former Bengals running back Travion Williams. Saints have signed rookie offensive tackle Kellen Banks Jr. to a 4-year, $27.7 million deal. The Jets are releasing punter Thomas Morstead in favor of signing undrafted free agent former South Carolina Gamecocks punter Kai Kroger. Going down to the 49ers, they didn't really do much to address the O-line in the draft, but they're fixing it in free agency. Eagles offensive tackle Andre Dillard and Titans offensive tackle Nicholas Petit-Frere, both on 1-year deals. And they're also releasing linebacker Drake Jackson. Seahawks rookie offensive tackle Gray Zabel, 4 years, $18.4 million. Buccaneers rookie wide receiver Emeka Egbuka on a 4-year, $18.1 million deal. Titans have signed former Cowboys cornerback Amani Oruwariye. Amani Oru. I'm not even going to try and butcher that. And lastly, Commanders, interesting free agent signing. Former Rice University safety Gabe Taylor, who, if that last name sounds familiar, he is and I actually checked this out. It's a very long age gap between the two, but he is the younger brother of late Commander safety Sean Taylor. So even Dan Snyder is not on this team. They're still somehow getting his family involved with this shit. But, I mean, it's a better era than without Snyder around, so hopefully this will work out a lot better for him. As for other stuff around the league, more drama out of Cincinnati with the Bengals and defensive end Trey Hendrickson. He has said that the team has completely cut off contract talks with him, like cold turkey. Last he heard of it from anybody in the front office was when Zach Taylor basically texted him like, "Hey, just so you know, if you're not here by training camp, that's mandatory workouts. That's gonna be a fine, buddy." So from the sounds of it, he does not plan to play at all until he gets like a new deal signed, or if he just walks and goes to another team, which he still could. There's a few teams that could definitely use a defensive end.
He's still under contract with the Bengals, and he's reorganized his contract every single year for the last 3 years. This is his third one that he wants, which is just like, his agent's a dumbass. He's a really good guy, but his agent's a dumbass. His agent's an absolute dumbass.
His agent is a dumbass, but also for the sounds of it, especially that like Blackburn girl that's been in the front office for them.
Oh, she's also an idiot. Yes.
She has been foot and mouth over almost every single fucking thing. The thing that's been coming out about the Bengals, from Trey Hendrickson to the possibility, the very far off possibility that the Bengals leave Cincinnati. But apparently that's been speculated at least some point a few weeks ago. Other than that, the Packers guard Elgton Jenkins is apparently skipping off-season workouts and looking towards a holdout over a new deal over potential earnings losses after rumors suggest that the team is going to be moving him inside further to center. So we'll be monitoring that. I'm sure Gurlami will definitely be. And again,
God damn it.
Still nothing on the Aaron Rodgers front, but the Saints' issue with Derek Carr just got a lot simpler because he has announced his retirement after 11 seasons spent in the league with the Saints and Raiders, and was most likely going to be missing a lot of if not the entire season, because of the shoulder injury he was probably going to need surgery for. He ends his career a 4-time Pro Bowler with over 41,000 passing yards for 257 touchdowns to 112 interceptions, career 92.8 passer rating, and his number 4 jersey retired by his alma mater at Fresno State. It also means that probably for the first time in like franchise history, the Saints are no longer in cap hell. So let's clap that up for them for.
Got out New Orleans.
Yep. Other miscellaneous news around the league. The NFL is going to be holding a vote at league meetings next week to determine if NFL players will be eligible to compete in Olympic-level football games. There's been rumors that the IOC is going to be allowing American football as one of the events for when the games come over to the U.S. in 2028. A passage from the book American Kings, a biography of a quarterback by sports writer Seth Wickersham, has made a interesting revelation that the family of Bears quarterback Caleb Williams were exploring options to make sure he wasn't drafted by the Bears, which included attempting a lawsuit against the NFL's collective bargaining agreement, circumventing the draft, and maybe even signing with another league like the CFL or UFL, apparently, or maybe even just trying to like work out a deal that would have seen the Vikings somehow pick him up. I'm not sure what that was. I didn't really go too far into that rumor.
The Vikings wanted him. Apparently, there was something said that if the Vikings was able to, they would try to get him. But
yeah. The book also goes on to say that Caleb's father, Carl Williams, basically said that they did this because, quote, Chicago is the place quarterbacks go to die.
Is he wrong?
I mean, he's not wrong.
I'm not totally wrong. Speaking of, let's see. Speaking of places where people should go, Chiefs superfan Xavier Bobadar is back in the news. You might know him as Chiefsaholic. He has been officially sentenced in an Oklahoma court for 32 years in prison for the multi-state robbery spree he went on, used to fuel his gambling addiction and attendance at Chiefs games. He was finally caught about 2.5 years ago and has been basically at trial and being held while waiting his sentence for that. And then after that, I mean, all I've really gotten more is as we toss it back to Lob, news about the NFL release of the 2025-2026 schedule.
Yep, we'll turn it over to that. Thank you,
Lob,
Kato.
yeah.
All right.
So starting off, the first of them is going to be the Thursday night game between Dallas and Philadelphia, which is going to be a nice NFC matchup. But the news for the Friday night game, which is going to be the Chiefs and LA game, it's going to be, of course, held in Sao Paulo, Brazil, being
YouTube?
streamed on YouTube. Yes, but here's the thing about that: streamed on YouTube for free. You need YouTube TV to stream this. It is going to be the first time a game has been streamed on a private platform like YouTube TV, Amazon, Netflix, whatever, without anybody needing to pay for it. So that's kind of cool, I guess.
Yep. So that's how the season starts out.
Do not do steps back NFL with that shit.
And Sunday, September 7th, the rest of the teams will play, and the first Monday night game we have is Minnesota at Chicago. Big games that stand out. A lot of these are going to be games between rivals or in division rivals. Some of them aren't, but also Baltimore at Buffalo on Sunday Night Football looks really big. Not to mention,
Green
there's
Bay,
also
Detroit's gonna be a big one too.
Green Bay, Detroit's big. Not to mention the Aaron Rodgers sweepstakes, Pittsburgh versus New York. That's gonna be kind of funny.
I'll be interested for the new look Raiders versus new look Patriots as well too, with Carroll versus Vrabel.
Carroll and Vrabel going at it. Then let's go ahead and go to week 2. Thursday night game will be Washington at Green Bay. Then we have a bunch of Sunday games.
Nothing really
Philadelphia, Philly, and Kansas City.
Oh, that's right, Kansas City. Yep. I forgot about that. That
yeah.
Super Bowl rematch.
And then we have a doubleheader on Monday night, a 7 and a 10. Tampa and Houston, Los Angeles and Las Vegas. So that's cool. It's really late though for East Coasters. 10 o'clock start time.
Well,
Miami and Buffalo kick off the week 3 on Thursday night, and Monday is Detroit at Baltimore. That's a good one. Sunday night football, Kansas City at New York. Why? But all right. Dallas at Chicago could be interesting there. Houston, Jacksonville, not bad either.
New England. Classic matchup.
Yeah. Decent amount of games there. We'll go to week 4. Thursday night is Seattle and Arizona. And then we have a game in Dublin, Ireland, Minnesota at Pittsburgh.
I actually looked up. A little spoiler into the next week. Minnesota will also become the first team in NFL history to be playing international games back to back. The week after this, going into London to play, I think, the Browns.
That wasn't right, because last year the Jaguars played back to back in London. They played 2 weeks in London.
I think it'll probably be 2 different locations.
2 different countries.
Maybe
yeah.
that was
okay. Yeah. Other games: Cleveland and Detroit could be interesting. Green Bay at Dallas, Baltimore at Kansas City. Big ones there. Philadelphia and Tampa Bay could be big. Then Monday night games, you have New York versus Miami and Cincinnati at Denver, 7:15 and 8:15. So that's overlapping. Don't really like that, but
can we just look at the difference in ticket prices for some of these games? Holy shit!
Well, yeah, this is in Atlanta. This is a good team. This is not a good team. This is not a good team. This is a good team.
The highest one I see is 202 for Chicago and Vegas.
It's because it's in Vegas. Yeah.
That's probably why.
They're probably
in Dallas, 76
I lied. I'm sorry. 209 for Detroit, Cleveland.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but if Dallas is America's team, I think it should not be $76.
$800 to go see it in Dublin. All right, week 5. Here we go. San Francisco at Los Angeles in Inglewood. Then in London, Minnesota will be playing Cleveland. Philadelphia and Denver on the regular slate list.
$420
Cincinnati and Detroit are playing each other. New England and Buffalo.
Yes.
Monday night, Kansas City and Jacksonville's and buys will start this week. We go to week 6.
Do we have a week 5 bye?
Patriots have another late
Yes,
one. I think we
week
don't get a
5
bye
bye.
until week 14.
God damn it!
Week
want the early
6,
bye.
Philadelphia at New York is Thursday night football.
Thursday night.
Some interconference rivalries there. This will be the game I'm hopefully going to go to with my wife, Cincinnati and Green Bay. Then a Monday
Another
night,
London game.
Oh yeah, way to just forget about me, dickhead.
Denver, New York. Well, are you going or
You
not?
dude.
Buffalo
I'm
at
looking for tickets
Atlanta,
as well.
and then Chicago at Washington, and those are both Monday night games that will overlap. So, ugh.
Damn
moving on
it,
to
Joe! Stop making the tickets go up.
Week 7, Pittsburgh at Cincinnati on Thursday Night Football. Another Monday night doubleheader. This one don't overlap. Tampa Bay and Detroit, and Houston at Seattle, 7 and 10 respectively. Philadelphia, Minnesota could be pretty big there. Las Vegas and Kansas City, always a close game.
Look at the Miami Cleveland game prices.
England.
Holy shit! It is a
$31.
dumpster fire.
Yeah, it's Cleveland.
Yikes.
It's Cleveland.
Jesus.
Oh yeah.
Hey, wanna go to a
Minnesota
cheap
at
UFL
Los
game?
Angeles is Thursday night, and then we have a Monday night
That could be a
Washington
good
at
one.
Kansas City. That's going to be a big one there. Green Bay and
Ooh.
Pittsburgh, Sunday night football. Dallas and Denver. We got Cincinnati and New York.
No, this is Eagles bye week. It looks like. Oh
Yep.
no, that's originally. No, they
This
did
week.
not have bye.
This
Oh, we
week
playing
down here.
Cincinnati
This
this
week,
year.
Yep. Mamba's
Yeah,
going to Cincinnati.
it's AFC North against NFC North for the interconference games.
Yeah, Baltimore at Miami for Thursday, and then Arizona and Dallas Monday night football. Some big ones here. Indianapolis and Pittsburgh could be pretty good. Kansas City and Buffalo, always a big showdown. 425. Pretty solid there. Atlanta, New England might be interesting. Week 10, going into November now. Las Vegas and Denver on Thursday night football, and Philadelphia and Green Bay on Monday night football, as well as Pittsburgh and Los Angeles on
Yeah.
Sunday night football. LA and San Fran's always a smackdown. Bengals have their bye this week. New England and Tampa Bay, the Brady Bowl. Now into week 11.
Gonna be at Tampa.
It's in.
Hey, that's not gonna know who to
Detroit
cheer for.
Isn't? Oh no, then Detroit's not facing against Kansas City yet.
New York and
it's
New
either week 12 or
England
week 13.
on Prime Video. Then we also have a game in Madrid, Spain between Washington and Miami, which could be a solid matchup there. Detroit and Philadelphia also, Kansas City and Denver, Cincinnati and Pittsburgh, Green Bay and the Giants, Dallas and Las Vegas at Monday Night Football. That Detroit-Philadelphia game, though, on Sunday night is going to be amazing. And then week 12
if they have Tommy
I
DeVito
believe-
playing, we're screwed.
AFC Championship matchup.
Is this no, this is not the week of Thanksgiving. Buffalo and Houston on Thursday night. Then we have a couple other games. Again, so I think the Bengals, besides the Eagles, the Bengals play everybody on the Football Stooges. We play the Patriots, Bears, and Packers when we played the Eagles last year.
Yeah, because you're playing AFC
Do-
East and NFC.
Do we play?
Yeah.
We don't play the Patriots. Never mind.
Minnesota and Green Bay there. Carolina and San Francisco on Monday Night Football. That's pretty interesting. These are just such weird ticket prices. Like the ones I was looking at for the Bengals and Packers, which is a $325 start, were like way more expensive than this.
Yeah, but you also got to add in the fact you're playing a Lambo. You're going to
Yeah.
Lambo.
Just even then,
The cheapest
yeah.
cheapest tickets I ever got for a Packer game were preseason tickets, 5 rows up from the team tunnel. Those were $17 a piece.
Damn.
Cheapest tickets I've ever had.
All right,
Preseason.
13. This is the Thursday of Thanksgiving. So Thanksgiving games.
Oh, we played Detroit.
Green Bay at Detroit at 1, Kansas at Dallas at 4:30, and then the Bengals are playing on Thanksgiving. That's something to be thankful for. Bengals at Baltimore at 8:20. Then Friday,
I'm seeing
Sorry, Bears
Black
and-
Friday game. Also, I was about to say the Bengals Ravens game should be both games this year should be good again, like last year.
Yeah.
Just how explosive.
My
was.
chances for a win against the Lions went up a lot.
Mamba
Bears,
and
Philly.
I'm
Oh,
not a
God.
fan of that
the
game.
massive and
Oh,
Black
God.
Friday showdown. Then they have a
Not a
slate of
fan of that
Sunday
game.
games.
Get-
Denver, Washington.
Get ready to get tush pushed.
New York and New England play on Monday, December 1st. on Monday.
Tush push. We get fucked in the ass every weekend.
Week 14.
They call it
December
the Bill
4th.
Belichick paying special.
Oh, jeez. Dallas and Detroit on Prime Video on Thursday night, then Philadelphia and Los Angeles on Monday, as well as Houston and Kansas City. That could be a big one.
You don't get a bye week till week 14? What the fuck?
Cincinnati and Buffalo are playing at Buffalo. That's another interesting one. Washington, Minnesota could be good as well. Moving to week 15. Okay.
Atlanta will be fighting on week 14.
Atlanta and Tampa Bay on Prime Video for Thursday night. Minnesota and Dallas for a good Sunday night game. Monday night's Miami and Pittsburgh. No idea how that's going to go. Vegas and Philly, Green Bay and Denver could be some good ones. Also Baltimore and Cincinnati again. Week 16 is pretty interesting. The 24th is Christmas Eve. The 25th is Christmas. So week 16. So this is where we have to start looking at a schedule here just so we can kind of see like the turnaround for some of these teams. This is going to be a tough one for some of them. So when we look at a calendar, the 24th is a Wednesday. December 24th, 2025 is a Wednesday. So December 18th, which is a Thursday, Los Angeles and Seattle will play. That'll be on Prime Video. Then on Saturday, the 20th, which is a little bit, it's 5 days before Christmas. Green Bay will play Chicago, and Philadelphia will play Washington. Great matchups. Then we have a slate on the 21st of almost every team. And then the Sunday night game is Cincinnati and Miami. And then the Monday night game is San Francisco and Indianapolis. Then we go to week 17, which starts officially on the 25th. So Dallas and Washington at 1, Detroit and Minnesota at 4:30, and Denver and Kansas City at 8:15. Christmas Day games. Fuck the NBA. This is amazing. Christmas Day games
on
are
Netflix,
amazing.
one on Prime.
Yeah. So the Sunday, December 28th, whole slate of games. Monday, December 29th. There's also
Philly against Buffalo. That's right. That's Philly's random AFC opponent.
So then Monday, December 29th is LA at Atlanta. That is the Monday night game.
But
then there are some slate games here. There are some slate games that can be moved around. So that is the second to last week of the season. Then week 18, all division rivals, all to be determined their times based on how competitive is looking at that point. But this week 17 game.
That's the best decision the NFL made was week 8, the last week of the season in division games.
Yes.
Because
So let's look here. So let's look at the turnaround for some of these teams. December 25th is a Thursday. Okay. So let's look at some of the turnaround. Dallas and Washington. When do they play here? Washington plays on Saturday. Dallas plays on Sunday.
9 days.
Sunday.
Okay. So then we look at Detroit and Minnesota. Looks like they both Minnesota and Detroit, they both play on Sunday. So that is playing on the 21st and then on the 25th. So that's normal. That is a Sunday night game to a Thursday night game. It's not great, but it's also like how it's at. Then we're also going to look over here at the last game, Denver and Kansas City.
They're both on Sunday.
Yeah, they're both on Sunday. So there's Kansas City and there's Denver. So the teams that are playing on Christmas here are all going to be teams that are going to get at least 4 days rest. So the Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday off because they're playing on Sunday and they're playing on Thursday. But a lot of teams have to deal with that because of playing on Saturday and then playing the Thursday night games. It's not great, but at the same time, getting games on Christmas is going to be really fun. Let me see here. Is there any other? Because Indianapolis, where's San Francisco and Indy? Where do they play? Oops, too far. Indy, yeah. Indy's got to turn around. Indy plays on the 22nd, and then I think on the 28th. Yeah.
That's
a normal. Yeah, that's a normal turnaround. Yeah.
That's like a Sunday to Saturday.
Doesn't look like anyone's getting really screwed around here. So yeah, and then San Francisco, they play. It's also the same.
To be determined.
Yeah. So it looks like they scheduled it well, and they have some pretty good matchups. I mean, Dallas is there because they're like a big market. They could be good. They could also be horrible. Detroit and Minnesota should both be good. Denver looks very promising and looks to be building up, so they should be better this year. That's against Kansas City, and that's also a interdivisional game. So there's a lot of stuff riding on that.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah. I actually do like having the in-division games for all those games.
Yeah. I do think it'd be really cool though if we picked 2 teams that always get to play on Christmas. I think that'd be really cool to do. And I think it's better to favor cold weather teams. So I think Buffalo or the Patriots need to get it. And then maybe Detroit already plays. So maybe Minnesota?
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Minnesota could definitely do it.
So I would say
But they're indoors.
Have them play that game on Christmas at the University of Minnesota. A white Christmas snow game? You can't tell me that wouldn't hit like a fresh line of
but
crack.
like
a fresh line of crack.
I know, but the fucking logistics for doing that shit probably
they've done it all the time.
For the college.
No, not for the the University of Minnesota Stadium is huge, man. They're fine. They've done it all the time. Besides, they're gonna get some money off this. You increase the ticket prices a little bit because it's on Christmas.
I'm pretty sure with Minnesota too, when US Bank was still being built, they actually played at the Gopher Stadium.
Yeah, they do. They have a great relationship.
I forgot about.
Yeah. So no, I would say
the college won't get any money out of it.
Honestly, sorry, KDF, Buffalo and Minnesota are my 2 favorite picks. Both outdoor teams. Both with I think they both seem like they have a older vibe to them. The Patriots do kind of have one. It would be, I think.
Well, both have been around since the 60s, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
So I don't know about if it would be a perfect white weather thing because the past couple winters haven't exactly been white Christmases.
Right. I mean, but you just shoot for the best. So,
yeah.
But again,
exactly.
So I think that would be 2 good things to look at. And then you also have that third marquee game in case both teams suck. So anyway, that's the schedule for the NFL. So let's go ahead and look at the UFL. Starting out with, in the words of Rob Schneider, we suck again.
What do you mean again?
This entire season has been rough for the Brahmas. It's 1-6 now after this. The DC Defenders
came in. When we get to towards the end of the first half, it gets worse for you. Believe me. Master knows what I'm talking about. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
What are you talking about?
If I was able.
Fast forward to about the last play before the half, real quick, because something happens that we haven't seen even in the NFL in a long time.
Okay, here it is, 6-12. I was not able to watch this game. I was busy over the weekend, but 49 seconds. Ooh, good return.
Not this, but there's a point. It's about 10-second left left. So yes, you passed it.
You passed it.
So if you didn't see there.
Oh, wait a minute.
We have a butt fumble.
Wait a minute.
For that game, 3 trips to the red zone, 3 touchdowns.
Oh wait, you already have.
I forgot about this.
What a segue.
And nobody's blocking.
Nobody's blocking. There it is. The butt fumble.
Firmly grasp it in your hands.
He does it. And it's immediately picked up by a linebacker, Anthony Bain.
Want to see me do it again?
It's a floater! Oh, jeez. My leg. That's dirty.
Over the line! Hickory dickory, we got some chicory.
I better use my strong hand.
I better use my strong hand.
That was a lot,
Yeah.
Talking about a segue.
I want to talk about it. 32-24, the final score. The DC Defenders get the job done in San Antonio. Jordan Tamu, 19 for 24 for 278 and 3 touchdowns, no picks, a 79.2% completion percentage, and a 54.5 rating. Rushing, Deion Jackson. I don't think it's that Deion Jackson. 10 for 45 and a touchdown, 2 for 13 for Abram Smith, and Jordan Tamu 5 for 8. Receiving, Braylon Sanders 1 for 76 and a touchdown, Braylon Moore McKinney 5 for 71, Cornell Powell 5 for 70 and a touchdown. I always want to say Colin Powell, and no, that's the former Secretary of Defense, I believe.
General.
Yeah, former General and I believe Secretary of Defense during the Bush administration.
Pretty sure he was, yeah.
Yeah. R.I.P. the man. Jaden Mickens, 3 for 22. Abram Smith, 1 for 12. Javen Antonio, 1 for 12. And Ben Bratian, 1 for 10. For the Brahmas, Kevin Hogan, 20 for 31 for 229 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks, a 65.4% completion percentage, and a 108.1 rating.
And one butt fumble.
Yeah, Joshua Corbin, nine attempts, 109 rushing yards, and a
Oh,
touchdown.
he got eaten
What was
alive on
that
that
tackle?
one.
What the fuck was that tackle?
Good question.
Come here.
That was like
I'm
jump.
gonna-
How is that
gonna
not?
lick ya.
That was like that wasn't even a hip drop. That was just I'm gonna jump and then like go limp. It's just.
Oh,
Dead
Winnipeg
weight.
just scored again.
I
Fuck.
think they call that a shatter machine in the WWE.
So yeah, Joshua Corbin, 9 rushing attempts, 109 yards and a touchdown. The best rushing performance we've seen in the UFL thus far. Kevin Hogan, 5 for 32, and Aiden Robbins, 9 for 13. For the Robbins receiving, Jonte Kirkland, 7 for 52. Stephen Stylianos. Whoa. Stylianos, 5 for 46 and a touchdown.
Pops up in a
It is, yeah. Man, a Ben DiNucci to Stylianos hook up in like a connection between the two of them in like New York. In New York,
Look at
would
that
go crazy.
5-head.
Peyton Manning style.
Yeah.
Receiving
Is he
Jonte
related to the
Kirkland,
Mannings?
7 for 52 receiving. Steven Stylianos, 5 for 46 on a touchdown. Marquise Stevenson, 2 for 41.
747 on that.
Joshua Corbin, 1 for 32. Justin Smith, 2 for 32. And Alzie Mack, 2 for 16 and a touchdown.
Elise Mack.
Elise Mack, yeah. Honestly, Brahmas were playing pretty well, but there were some key mistakes, like a butt fumble, that really contributed to their loss here. And just the powerhouse of the DC Defenders offense. Their defense was very good for a long time and has done great things, but also the last 2 weeks has been honestly just flat out abysmal, not being able to stop the worst team in the UFL, honestly, now in the Brahmas. And the week before that, getting torched by the Panthers in a all-time career game for Panthers. Yeah. But again, the Brahmas defense couldn't stop Betty White running the ball for 105 yards or her passing for 307. So Jordan Tommy was
I just find it
torching them.
funny that if I had a nickel for every time a team I supported was the winning side of a butt fumble, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
This isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice, all right?
I thought there was another butt fumble that Jets did. Or is this a different team?
There's only 2 I remember. The ones that the one that the Patriots got off Sanchez, and then this one. But
that's the only one I
there's
remember.
another one.
I gotta look it up. You keep on going.
Okay. But yeah, the DC Defenders offense really came through in this game. Tomu was torching up the field. Kevin Hogan did pretty well as well, but like this was an offensive powerhouse between two teams. Generally, the Brahmas have not been an offensive powerhouse this year, but their run game was phenomenal. I mean, that was Joshua Corbin was averaging over 10 yards a carry. Like,
Yikes.
Going nuts. That's an amazing day on the ground. They did good in the air, and it just turned into a shootout, and we shot ourselves in the foot a couple times. So, yeah. That just sucks also to see a guy go down like that.
I'm thinking of the butt punt. That's what I'm thinking of. Butt punt.
Yeah.
The butt punt.
Great job there by the DC Defenders to get the job done, and yeah.
Moving
on. We're now going to move on to the Michigan Panthers versus the Arlington Renegades.
I'm going to call it now Michigan. I'm going to call it now Michigan wins the championship. I'm sorry.
I mean, they look very good. They look very good. This was a little close, but at the same time, they did win, and that's all that matters. I'm about to say, if you got out of that tackle. 25-24, the final score. Panthers get the win by 1. Bryce Perkins, 15 for 28 for 231, a touchdown, no picks, and a 53.6 completion percentage with a 93 rating. Not terrible, but running the ball was very good as well. 8 for 60, their lead rusher with 1 touchdown. Toa Taua, 10 for 31 and a touchdown, and Nate McRae, 5 for 13 on the ground. Receiving, Sosi Marner, 5 for 86, Malik Turner, 4 for 49 and a touchdown. Toa Tua, 2 for 36, Jalen Moore, 2 for 31, and Gunnar Oaks, 2 for 29. On the other side of the ball, the Arlington Renegades, Luis Perez, 25 for 34 for 314 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks, a 73.5 completion percentage, and a 121.4
that dude's ankles are gone
rating. That right there, that's Saul Canella? That was Saul Canella. That's a Big, fast, tight.
It is Sal.
There's a Saul Canella ankle breaker. Hold on.
Hey,
See that again,
The ankles
shall
in
we?
half.
Yeah.
Say that 3 times fast.
Saul Canella ankle breaker.
All right, Perez
Boom.
takes a snap, tosses, melee to Sal.
Oh!
Oh.
Don't do it
And
to
then he
him,
runs-
Saul.
Runs him
Oh
down
my
and
God,
hip
you
drops him.
could-
I don't know if that counts as a hip drop because he's not putting his whole weight on it. He was swatting for the ball and like falling down. I think a hip
That's
drop
like
is when you
UFL.
control their
One-
hips and like pull.
And
Also,
you throw
there's
your
no
leg-
rule
yeah.
against
throw your
it
legs
in
out
the
and stuff.
UFL. In the UFL,
That is
there's no
true.
rule.
Well, there's not one in the NFL either because
so
you
yeah.
saw how many flags there was for it.
The Renegades, Luis Perez did an amazing job in the backfield. 314 yards, 2 touchdowns, 121.4 rating, amazing. Here in the ball, 1 time for 2 yards. J.D. Hunter, 18 for 35, and Holton, Allairs, 1 for 4. The Renegades receiving department, Tyler Vaughn's 9 for 127 and a touchdown. Saul Canella 6 for 92 and a touchdown and 1 broken ankle. Deontay Burrett 4 for 45, J.D. Hunter 4 for 39, and Isaac Winstead 1 for 8, as well as Javonte Payton 1 for 3. This came down to the wire. In the fourth quarter, 16 points were scored by the Panthers, 12 by the Renegades. The game was kind of back and forth until then, but it just, in the fourth quarter, that sense of urgency took off. And how is this guy not MVP already? What in the... This is a quarterback at like the professional level. Like breaking... This is the thing. I can't find a good comparison for him in NFL history because I've not seen a quarterback thus far have the speed and the looseness of Lamar Jackson, but the physicality of like a normal running back. I don't
Physicality
have a
of Josh
comparison.
Allen.
This is like watching
This
Jabril Peppers at Michigan run the football out of the Wildcat because Rich Rod gave us nothing else to fucking do. Like, I don't know how to encapsulate how, like, greatest show on turf levels of fun this guy is to watch. I don't know what else needs to be said.
He'll get signed.
I mean, I certainly hope so. I mean...
Just
I mean, it wasn't
make
even-
sure he doesn't hot dog it.
Well, I mean, yeah, he
Because-
then immediately got on the football, though, so... But
I
yeah.
know, but like, still, it's just you had to be careful on that one.
Yeah.
Don't do the Sean Jackson.
See the ball, be the ball.
Let's go down here late, 18 to 24. Oh, let's go back. 18 to
There
24,
was some
Michigan
good
driving.
time management.
Yeah, 18 to
Some good time
24 right
management
now.
on
I'll
this.
get out a full screen so we can actually see the clock. 18 to 24. Then the Panthers scores. That gives them 6. And remember, you don't kick a field goal here. You have to get an extra point. So they score. There's no time left on the clock. They are now tied. So they're at least going to overtime. But now they have a chance to win the game, and all they need is to do the 1 point attempt from the, I believe it's a 3, and then 2 from the 5, and then, yeah, it's
Or is it like 2.5, 3.5? Like
something. So yeah, here it is. This is from the 3, a 1 point attempt. It's an RPO run, and
That's from the-
just
that's from the 2.
gets it. Yep, from the 2. And they win the game by 1 on a walk-off touchdown and 1 point conversion.
Crazy.
Gotta hand it to him. Gotta hand it to Bryce Perkins and crew to get that last drive up and going. But again, this is the start of the fourth. This is 9 to 18 is the score. The fourth quarter was insanity. And here he goes again.
Well,
That didn't work out well.
He tried.
bad timing.
But yeah, but like look at like the amount of players that were like watch this. This is how scared they are of him. They get around here. He is immediately like, okay, what are you doing? What are you doing? These guys are all like, and then they break off.
Well, hold on. It was a screen. There was a screen there.
Yeah.
So
And then-
lineman come out and he's coming up.
Yeah.
It's a screen. So they're just playing how they're supposed to.
Yeah.
Sit.
And just like, yeah, that just fell apart.
Make a wall that he can't throw over.
But again, both quarterbacks played amazing. Luis Perez did great. Bryce Perkins did great. Luis Perez seemed to have the better numbers, but Bryce Perkins got the win on a game-winning drive, set his team up great, got the ball down the field, won the game. Not much else you can ask for from a quarterback who is, in my opinion, by far and ahead the MVP favorite at this point in the season. So,
Yeah.
oh my,
Yeah.
like look at this. Like, talking about just like what? Little jump
What
pass, little
the
Tim
hell?
Tebow. Oh my goodness. Yeah, speechless. It is. UFL has always been fun to watch because it's football, and this time we don't get it, so I'm always grateful for that. Rarely have I seen someone in the UFL, and never have I seen them week to week be so fun that I don't want to watch the football. I want to watch them. There are many times in NFL football or even college football, it's like, I'm not a fan of this team. I want to watch this guy. Like Derrick Henry was on the Titans. Loved it. Saquon Barkley this year, a couple of years when he was on the Giants. Like, you want to watch it because they're just electric. I'm generally just watching the UFL because not many other sports on right now that I watch as much as the football. But just like, I'll tune into Michigan Panthers game now even more religiously, it seems like, than Brahma's games, just because Bryce Perkins is fun to watch. This shit is entertaining. I am entertained. All right. Next up, Stallions and Renegades. 25-33, the final score. The Stallions handle business once again, improving to 5-2, while the Roughnecks fall to 3-4. For the Roughnecks, Jalen McClendon, 15 for 23 and 167 and a touchdown, 65.2% completion percentage, and a 101.2 rating. Rushing the balls, Regondre White, 9 for 69 and 2 touchdowns. Very nice. Lenzo Lingard, 3 for 18, and Jalen McClendon, 4 for 8. Receiving, Lawrence Keys III, 4 for 65. Emmanuel Butler, 1 for 31. Justin Hall, 4 for 24. Josh Peterson, 1 for 14. Kiki Chisholm, 2 for 14 and a touchdown. And Cecil Grayson, 1 for 11. For Birmingham, Case Cook is 17 for 34 for 199, a touchdown, a pick, and a 50% completion percentage, as well as a 65.7 rating. Yikes. Ricky Pearson on the ground, 13 for 61 and a touchdown. CJ Marble, 10 for 43 and a touchdown. Case Cook is 4 for 36. Jamar Smith, 4 for 9 and a touchdown. Stallions receiving, Jay Sternberger, 4 for 74 and a touchdown. Deion Kane, 5 for 63, excuse me. Marlon Williams, 1 for 45. Ricky Pearson Jr., 3 for 23. Jordan Thomas, 1 for 22. Jalen Camp, 2 for 18. Davon Davis, 2 for 10. And Amari Rogers, 1 for 4. This was not... Again, the struggle, it seems like, all year for the Stallions has been their offense. Also, is this like... Why is the quality so shit on this video? What is these Birmingham cameras? The problem for Birmingham all year seemed to be their offense. Their defense has done very good week in and week out, being one of the better, if not the second best defense in the league, right behind DC usually. But their offense, compared to the previous 2 championship years where they went back-to-back champions of the league, has taken a step back.
Injuries don't help. They're on their 4th quarterback.
Yeah, injuries don't help. Case Cook went down. Jamar Smith did come in late in the game. But at the same time, like 17 for 34 for 199, a touchdown, a pick on a 65% rating is not great from one of the teams that's supposed to be pushing for a three-peat here. And it does not look like it's going to happen because right now, sometimes Arlington looks better than the Stallions. Michigan sure looks better. The Battlehawks can be. It's just really rough. Like it is rough right now. And he just got flattened. Oh my goodness. For the Birmingham offensive side of the ball, it's really got to shape up and get better to move on. If they want to make a deeper playoff run, then where I think they'll end up being maybe a first round exit if they're not careful. The opposite is true for Houston. Their defense did a great job in this game. They scored, obviously, here on a pick 6. They were able to really challenge this struggling Birmingham offense, but their offense was also just lackluster. 3 touchdowns, 1 passing, 2 rushing. Wasn't enough, though, to get the job done. They still ended up losing 25-33. So, yeah, it's just a rough spot for them. They really could have taken advantage of this game, a lot more things, but they just couldn't get the job done when it came down to it. But again, for Birmingham, you got the chance to three-peat here. You really don't want to screw it up, and it's not looking great thus far.
If the standings are still the same, they're going to have to face against Michigan in the first round.
I don't like their odds. Yeah, I don't like their odds. I do not like their odds on that. Yeah.
Don't doubt my Stallions.
They need to believe in themselves on the offense side of the ball. Their defense is, I think, good enough to do what needs to be done to win a championship. They're not like next level, but they're very good. But at the same time, like that offense has got to be a lot more consistent because right now it's not, and that's got to improve. Houston's trying to salvage their season though. They just fell under 300 with this, or 500 with this at 3-4, so they have a lot of work to do to climb up the ladder. All right. Last game of the week. We'll move on to Memphis and St. Louis.
I think Winnipeg just scored again.
Fuck.
Be surprised. I also saw the Hurricanes won, so
There goes Ovi, yeah.
Caps, man.
One more year, Ovi. You can do it. I want to go home.
What game was it? It was,
Go back to Russia, please.
which playoff game was it? There was like a shit ton of fights. I was watching it at a bar. I couldn't remember who was playing, but it was like
any game with the Flyers.
It was Edmonton. Who's Edmonton playing right now, or who are they playing?
Oh, they
just beat the Knights.
Yeah,
they just beat the Knights. They're
yeah. I think it was. I think it was the last game of the series, and just everything. If something went bad, the Knights wanted to fight.
I thought it was the Kings that was being weird with them on it.
They didn't play the
Kings.
Kings.
Just fucking sucked.
The Kings were around before. Edmonton played the Kings, then Edmonton played the Knights. But anyway, back to football. 19-9, the final score. A low-scoring game. St. Louis gets the win, improves to 5-2. Memphis slides again to 1-6. For the Battlehawks, Max Duggan, 15 for 23 for 158, a touchdown, an interception, a 65.2 completion percentage, as well as an 81.4 rating. He also is the lead rusher, 10 for 57 and a touchdown, while Jacob Saylors went 11 for 36, and Javon Howard, 4 for 20. Duggan also ran for a touchdown, as we can probably see right here, maybe? Oh, nope, just short.
Nope.
Holy Pony the Tiger, what was that?
Wait, what?
Yo!
Oh.
There he is.
Not great.
Yeah.
Tony, lay off the cocaine.
Battlehawks receiving Gary Jennings Jr., 3 for 61. Frank Darby, 2 for 37. Oh, here's Max Duggan. Boom.
Old version of Chester Cheetah where they made him a blind old guy.
Jacob Saylors, 2 for 25. Blake Jackson, 2 for 9. Jacob Sutherland, 1 for 8. Hakeem Butler, 1 for 6. Javon Howard, 1 for 6. And Shakir Pearson, 3 for 6. And a touchdown. For Memphis Showboats, Dresser win before his injury, 21 for 34 for 196 and a touchdown with no picks, a 61.8 rating, and a completion percentage an 87.4 rating. Rushing, Dedrick Prince, 17 for 44. Wes Hills.
Wait, go back a little bit. Go back a little bit right before they snap the ball. Is that a linebacker with a fucking neck guard? Top.
Maybe.
Winnipeg did not score. It was a scrum.
Yeah, I think
Got
so.
the fucking neck guard on, bro.
He does, yeah. Old school.
Better watch out. He's gonna target the shit out of you.
Showboats rushing, Jonathan Adams 1 for 9, Dresser win 3 for 8. Receiving, Jonathan Adams 4 for 69 and a touchdown. Kelly Loxley 3 for 60, Elijah Stove 2 for 26, Isaiah Washington 2 for 15, Dedrick Prince 6 for 14, Chris Pierce Jr. 1 for 11, and Wes Hills 2 for 7. Just when I thought Memphis was maybe turning it around, getting a quarterback that could do something for them, this shit. I don't know what it is with this team. It's just like, fuck. It's just
I can't tell if just Rob Mucker are actually cursed.
I don't know what you have to be cursed to be like. What you have to do to be cursed within like the first 5 years of your franchise's founding. But my goodness,
Did Dan Snyder have a habit of? Did Dan Snyder have a hand in their creation or something? Like I don't
must
fucking
have
know.
at this point. I will say it's a very impressive that the Battlehawks were able to change their offensive strategy so much and still be able to come out with wins.
Jesus Christ, just tackle the guy.
They went
they're
from
basically playing against the NFL equivalent of Coastal Carolina or UFL equivalent.
I mean, they went from a more assured pocket passer type of quarterback to a quarterback that I would probably most easily compare to Tim Tebow, a very strong leader, but also physically strong and run first type of quarterback that his in-pocket presence isn't as great as you would want it to be a professional quarterback, but still isn't bad.
I think he can throw better than Tim Tebow, though.
His throwing mechanics might be better, but people underestimate the strength Tebow had. Tebow could throw a bomb. Did it take him 3.5 seconds to launch it from hip to in the air? Yes. But did that
And
fucker
it was 5 miles away from the target.
You say that. If you go back and you watch the clip of him winning the game in overtime with Demaryius Thomas, that was a bomb. That was an intercontinental ballistic
One
missile.
out of 100 throws that were accurate. 1 out of 100.
Look, he had to measure the range first, then get the howitzer up high enough, and then launch.
But yeah, I'm impressed by the Battlehawks continuing to win games after so many changes to the offense and really persevering through it. Shout out to Max Duggan to continually improve week by week. His stats continue to climb a little bit better and better. The interception was good this week, but at the same time,
he cleaned the baby's butt with that touchdown. Did you see that celebration?
Yeah, I did.
He took the
I
towel.
That's an expression.
But it seems to be going better and better for the Battlehawks. It's just, what are they going to do if they get into the playoffs? Are Max Duggan's eyes going to get too big looking into the headlights of an oncoming semi truck? Deer in the headlights kind of thing, or is he going to rise to the challenge here? There's just a lot of questions on this Battlehawks team when they start to face tougher and tougher competition. And are they going to be able to answer the call? And we'll have to see. We're going into week 8 now. Only got up to week 10, so not a ton of upcoming games to look off. It's just, why would you throw your gloves away? What the fuck was that celebration?
All right. Now it's 3-0 Winnipeg.
Ugh.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, good ball by Max Duggan there. So it continues to improve week by week, which is good for them. For Memphis, just write a desperate plea attempt to Tom Brady. I don't know at this point. Something's wrong.
I don't think Tom would.
Oh, he got stood up.
Lance Taylor method, get everyone Coke. Don't actually do that. Anyway, or Lawrence Taylor, and the fumble. All right, I have to get off my fucking screen, Memphis. Jeez, old Pete's. All right. Anyway, here we go. We're gonna now do our predictions for week number 8 of the UFL. I can't believe it's gone by so fast.
Oh God.
Nice.
Shit or dog shit? Which one do you want to go for?
So yeah, we'll go over the scores real quick. From the bottom going up, Gorlami is 2-10. He went 4-0 in week 7. I'm 2-11. I went 3-1 in week 7. Then we had
21.
21-11. Oh, Macedon
long day of work, bud.
Macedon actually is below me, 21-13. He went 4-1 in week 7. Then Mamba 28-8. Went 7-0 and also 7-0 K-Duff, who is at 35-5 overall. We'll start off.
I don't know how. I really don't know how.
San Antonio Brahmas in San Antonio, Texas, playing the showboats, speedboats, motorboats, paddle boats. Brahmas by 5.
I'm gonna go.
So stupid.
I'm gonna go motorboat some hose by 7.
Motorboat some hose. Is that what you and Daisy are doing?
No. Memphis by 4.
Here he goes again with the 4s. I can't go with dog shit, so I'm just gonna have to go with shit. Give me the Brahmas by 5. No, 6.
Bullshit
by
or
6.
Yeah.
I can't go with dog shit. I gotta go with shit.
Well, who's more dog shit, Brahmas or Showboat?
Mind you, that South Park episode where I have to choose between a douche and a turd. A
turd sandwich or a giant douche?
You could just say tie.
You're a turd sandwich.
Oh,
Yeah, say fucking tie.
You're a giant douche.
Fuck it. I don't even want to. I don't even want to get a point from this. This is just gonna be a shit game.
I think it's less likely to get ties in UFL than in NFL. I think.
Well, yeah, because the extra point conversions are not.
Oh yeah.
All right. So then, classic showdown: Stallions and Battlehawks from St. Louis. This is tough because Stallions' offense is struggling, but the St. Louis offense is also rough. I'm gonna go with a Max Duggan Stars Align Masterclass. Battlehawks by 10. Max Duggan is going to throw for 200 yards, run for another 100, 5 total touchdowns.
Break his neck trying to truck someone.
Cox by 7. Birmingham by 4.
Stop picking everything by 4.
No. Fuck you. If I have to do a tier list, you fuckers will deal with this.
Paint me a Birmingham by 8.
I mean, you have to. You gotta stop.
Oh,
stop,
scrum,
freaking out about
scrum.
this. Battlehawks
Who's
by
fighting?
4.
Fuck you, dude.
All right, Michigan Panthers and Houston Roughnecks. I'm gonna take the Panthers in this one by 5. I think they'll get the job done in Houston. I really trust Bryce Perkins. He's leading them in passing and rushing yardage. Yeah.
Mamba?
Give me the Panthers by 7.
Your Holiness Mamba?
Michigan by 4. I'm trying to see what this happened to scrum.
Oh, Your Holiness Mamba?
No!
Sorry.
I knew it.
Already overdone the second time we did it last week.
You already said someone won by 4, Masson?
Yeah, I already said Michigan by 4.
All right.
I'm trying to
You know
see this scrum.
You know what? Fuck Houston. Panthers by 15.
Yeah, fuck Houston. Panthers by 10.
All right.
Yeah.
And then
Double
finally,
digits.
Sunday, May 18th at noon, Arlington versus DC.
Wait. Will you
What?
say Kedoff?
By 10.
Okay, Birmingham.
Panthers by 10.
Not Michigan.
Michigan by 10.
Michigan by 10.
Arlington
Sorry,
versus
I was watching a replay of Winnipeg, Dallas. Sorry.
Arlington versus
Who
DC.
won
I
the
think
fight?
the DC defense will turn around. Arlington is still very talented, but I still think their defensive shortcomings are going to be the problem. I do like their offense because Saul Canella, Luis Perez, and even Kellen Ballage are doing really good job on the offense side of the ball, but their defense has got to step up. I don't think they will, though, in this game. I'm going to take... Yeah. So I'll take DC in this on the back of a great Tomu game. I'll take them by 3 here.
Give me Defenders
Fair.
by 7.
DC by 4.
Give me the Beer Snake by 6.
Give me the Defenders by 5.
Imagine just being like, what are you going to take this team by?
I try to draw it out so he can try and
Next time Masson picks 4 for every single one, we add an extra tier list.
No.
Every time you say 4 in the podcast, we had another tier list. All right. Speaking of tier lists, what is the tier list going to be today? It is medieval
I see
melee
some words.
weapons.
Okay.
what the
okay.
fuck?
Okay.
Yeah, I
Okay.
feel this is something. I don't know why. I had a feeling that this is something that Maston is going to know. I don't know if he was back when these things were created or not, but
Oh, fuck off.
He was.
all right. So
Also, okay, I already see something weird. A wood axe and a hand axe are very, very similar. Dane axe and battle axe can technically be the same. Technically, it's just
Battle axe has a point.
location.
No, that's just okay. Hunting sword. we'll
That's
go first.
that's considered hunting sword. That's just okay.
Hunting.
See,
This is where cutlass.
I feel like
okay. Short sword.
hey,
When in Rome,
short swords are
pull out
very
short sword.
Short swords are
Falchion.
very useful.
It's an aura farming short sword.
We're farming.
B. I'm
Okay.
trying to think of like chivalry and Mordhau.
Yeah. So then you have a messer, and then we'll do the gross messer afterwards, which is just a bigger messer.
Oh,
Gross messer. Just
This was my primary weapon in Mordhau. This was the fun time. 7-point,
I
one hand
used
or
to-
two hand. Ooh.
I used to pin in Mordhau. We called ourselves the pin people.
I-
Me and my
I was-
friends.
I was always a piece of shit that used his Y-hander. I was that guy.
I'd
I'll say
use,
B
like,
with the Falchion. I actually never
Or
heard
the
of the
messer.
gross.
It is a
Yeah, I never heard
two-handed
the gross
version
messer.
of the messer.
I'll say
I
B.
think I used one of those.
It
in
was
Vandal.
similar to Messer. It's just because I actually never heard the gross
So
messer.
you
It's
have
actually
the virgin brother of the rapier, the foil.
Oh, F. I'm sorry. I hate foil and rapier.
So rapier also F.
F.
At least
dude,
put
come
rapier
on.
a D. At least put rapier's better than a
No.
foil.
No,
Oh.
no, fucking spam fuckers in
All right.
Howland Chivalry.
Kilji or
Clige.
Clige.
It looks.
Kind of
It
radiant
looks-
sword.
Yeah, it actually looks. I'll say C.
Okay.
I'm just trying to think.
Mongolian saber.
Mongolian Saber. S tier because Mongolians, they were fucking badass.
What? All right, Polish hussar saber.
And the winged
Ooh.
hussars arrived.
Has arrived. A tier.
Small sword. It
Small
just looks like a
sword.
rapier.
Rapier.
Yeah, it looks like a
Okay.
rapier.
I do not know what that is. A Shinovia?
Schiavona.
Schiavona?
Tell me that's the name of like a European model, and I would have batted an eye.
Hold on.
Schiavonia ballerina.
It's a
It looks like
basket
blunt force
sword.
trauma.
Oh no, it's
EFT by LA Knight.
I'm actually trying to look it up. It's a Venetian basket hilted sword.
Oh, it's like a claymore, but it's Italian. It's an Italian claymore.
No.
It's a
It has a
sword.
handguard. So the part where it's like almost looks like the mace head.
Yeah,
that's the handguard.
A Scottish claymore, but it's Italian. You seen a claymore like the Jacobite rebellion, right?
Claymores don't have a handguard though.
I thought they
Also,
did.
claymores.
No, they
The
don't.
Scottish
No,
ones.
no, look on the thing. Wait.
No,
like,
when you
I'm
place
talking
one in
about-
Call of Duty, it says front towards enemy.
No, shut up. Okay, so no, that's a claymore. So then, what's the one with the Jacobite rebellion? What's that? It's like the one
Claymore, right
we all
there.
play Hold Fast. The one from like the Scottish sword. What's that one?
Dude,
I thought that
I'm
was a
so
claymore.
far. I'm
no idea
so
what you're
far
talking about.
retired.
I thought that's just a saber.
It's 12:15 in the morning, my guy.
Shut
Also,
up.
and also, a claymore's two-handed. Schiavona looks like to be.
Dude, I'm not ready to nerd out like this.
All right, Schiavona.
Basket
I'll say
hilted
C.
sword is apparently also what it's called.
Yeah, but
Should we
it's
place it
C
somewhere?
for-
Okay,
So
so that
C.
the Scottish sword actually falls into this. It's a Scottish broadsword, is what it's called, or a two-handed sword,
I really wish I
Or-
had control of the move on button right now.
or a bilbo. So I guess this Shianova is also a
Okay.
basket hilted sword. So
I'll say
You're a
C.
Bilbo.
C.
what? Okay, all right, we're done.
It looks-
Good night. All right, all right. One-handed sword.
C because it's the basic.
Bastard sword.
Oh, you fucking bastard.
Similar to a short sword in a way of like it could be a good backup weapon. So A,
All right, and then a Zweihander.
S,
I like that one.
S,
There's
S.
the claymore.
Front towards enemy.
Longsword.
Fuck off.
Classic.
A
Classic
tier.
longsword.
Classic A tier.
Claymore.
War sword or big longsword. So like William. Who was
It's
William?
Long sword, claymore. They're
Wallace,
all
yes.
Wallace?
same.
Wallace. William Wallace
He
would
did.
swing the sword above his head and decapitate people. Apparently, in Scottish legend.
S.
S.
Oh,
okay.
the movie was fucking 95% like
It was a
historically
good
accurate.
movie, not a good piece of history. Yeah, it was just like The Patriot.
That is an S
And-
stock.
It's a shorter, like long, hilted
D. I don't know.
dagger
It looks
style.
It looks very unbalanced.
Okay. Viking sword.
It's basically a short sword.
Yeah.
A tier.
Classic
Mace.
mace. Classic
S tier.
old,
I'm sorry.
Classic
S
old
tier,
beat
'cause
stick.
always-
the Morning
Yeah,
Star.
Morningstar. That's personally S tier for
Gotta
me.
be, yeah.
It's
Force trauma.
just because there's some I won't say downsides. I'll say A tier. Like for Morningstar, there is a little bit more, I'm gonna say finesse, but like weird of using it because with the
Okay.
mace can be pretty simple. Morningstar can be kind of rough.
Yeah. All right, halberd.
Halberd, S tier.
I love me a good
They do
halberd.
look-
Good old Bill Hook.
Bill Hook,
Bill, Volandian Billman in
S
fucking
tier
Beowulf,
because
those
it's
guys, yeah.
really good against cavalry. Just how's
Yeah. Guisemer. Something French name.
fancy.
A Bill Hook with an
French.
extra couple points.
French stabby halberd.
It's French.
Oh, it's no German.
Oh, it's German.
German.
Yeah,
So A, because it's worse than a Bill Hook. I don't know.
it's similar. I'll say similar to Bill Hook. I'll say A. It's kind of similar
Okay.
to Bill Hook. There seems to be something kind of weird if
All
I was
right,
doing
a
it.
Corsic.
Or sick.
What's
Or sicky.
Or sick. Looks like a trident.
Oh, it's another pole arm. So what is
Nice.
it's like it's it's like a trident/spear polearm. So in the middle.
Yeah.
B. I don't know.
Okay.
All right, the greatest
weapon.
weapon of all time.
Sick. Yes, especially if you play
Hey.
outside as a kid.
A.
A
Just
tier.
well.
A.
Well, basically just a stab. It's just
Yeah.
Caveman
Barge
stab.
So much with imagination as a kid.
A tier.
A tier. Then we have a
It's just a
Back
fancy
to
Warhammer.
Corbin.
Bic de
Back to Corbin. It's like a
Baron Corbin?
It's like a mixture of a Warhammer
Conan O'Brien.
and a spear or halberd. So instead of the axe end of like a halberd, it's the hammer end. A tier. Like it
Alright.
can be useful against armor targets because of the hammer portion, the blunt force.
Okay, then we have a
Poleaxe.
That'd be a good poleaxe.
B.
All right. Good old fashioned spear.
S just because it's so easy
This
to use.
looks like a katana, but it doesn't say katana. It's something similar. So a Japanese styled samurai sword.
Well, at least it's
Got
not
the power
katana.
of God and
So
anime
B.
on its side.
Well,
Are you done?
katana, like they didn't really use katana. That's just fucking. Sorry.
Also, you got to look at the facts though, that
there's
like
so-
Japanese iron and steel working was not up to the standard of like Western European because of the
It's
materials.
not that. It's just the different materials. That's it.
No, I know. Yeah, the
They're-
materials. Yeah, they were
different.
much more skilled in working with the metals, but the metals they had were shit. All right, pike.
S.
Meh.
It's a longer spear.
There's nothing better than a Total War game setting up a pike wall and watching your enemies just charge face first into it and just melt. This looks
especially
like a
in Total
rapier.
War. Especially in Total War Warhammer because they made cavalry suck.
Heavy
the
lance.
cavalry is bad. A tier because of chivalry for just stupid shit I could do.
Would you fare for a joust, my good
light
sir?
lance.
I'll be honest, the only time I saw somebody get killed by
B,
lance like that, one
I
of the
never-
first episodes of Game of Thrones.
All right. A battle axe.
A tier.
I do
Then
like
we
me
have
good
a
battle
hand
axe.
axe,
S tier.
possibly also throwable. A Dane axe.
S tier.
Viking axe.
Hand axe is throwable. Very rare. It has to be like a tomahawk.
Right.
That's it. Like
Yeah,
actual hand axe can't really be thrown
Yeah.
unless it's like very
Wood
rare.
axe.
It's basically a hand. I don't know why they call it. It's basically a hand axe. They're both the same. A wood axe was a fucking.
So
hand
where
axe,
is it?
'cause one is just a tool.
A.
I guess S tier because it's basically a hand axe.
Well, it
because
doesn't have
it's
the point
different-
at the end. See.
Not everyone has one. I mean, Dane axe is a hand axe. And also has
All right. So a warhammer.
It's like
40K?
Dane axe is battle is basically a battle axe. The
Wait,
hand axe can
40K
be
or
one handed. Warhammer A tier.
All right.
I was about to say with the battle axe, it's two handed.
right two-handed. Yeah.
While hand axe is one.
We're gonna mine diamonds in war with the war pick.
So we back in the
B
mine,
tier,
got our-
because there's a lot of downsides, especially against them if you use the pick on the armor targets.
Is that another fucking wood axe?
This is another wood
Yeah, I
axe.
know. Why?
A
Oh,
dagger.
that's hatchet, actually.
B tier because it could be decent backup
Yeah.
or similar.
And then a golden dang.
Golden Dog.
Is that
Golden Dog.
Korean?
That was
What the fuck is
German.
that? Hold on.
Mamba, what were medieval
Great
weapons like in
Flemish.
India?
Oh god, you're asking the wrong fucking person that question.
It's a Dutch weapon.
I think everything was
used
British.
notably during the
to be
Franco
fair.
Not in the
Flemish War.
medieval period. You guys were, that was before Britain ever got there. I mean, wasn't there still a big Sikh population there?
It's,
Weren't they, like,
it's basically a short spear.
India was
Yeah, it looks
very
like a
split
javelin.
up by different groups.
Right, the
during
Prince
I don't
the
think you.
States
Yeah, but I don't
became
think you
it.
throw it.
Charlie,
C,
Charlie,
Charlie,
C.
Charlie. Okay. So then we have some shields here. The classic Heather shield.
Heater.
Heater.
Heater shield.
Heater.
Sorry. Oh.
Yeah, it's D. I don't know. Can be useful, but I think there's some other stuff that is
Yeah.
better.
The classic Norman looking
kite shield.
Kite shield.
I feel like there has to be a Viking bias for this one.
D.
D. Oh my. A round shield.
Viking style.
A tier.
Okay. Then we have a buckler, very small shield, size of a dinner plate.
S tier.
S tier.
There's
okay.
actually so much. There's so much uses for the buckler.
Yeah.
You can throw that shit like a discus.
Just whacking something. And then this is a
Poppy.
like a
Don't
crossbowman
forget about
shield.
Poppy's passive in League of Legends. She throws her buckler.
An ancient
I'm a bitch and I'm gonna hide behind my setup shield. All right. There we go. Macedon's favorite weapons to use in the many conflicts he fought in the 1100s in France. All right.
We stormed and took over England with Harold Hardrada.
Yeah,
all right.
Big one.
Damn it. Well, we're now up 3-2, so we still got a good opportunity to get it done. Anyway, that was the episode. It's a little bit longer just because of the NFL schedule release, but we hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you can see all of our videos when they come out. And leave us any questions you want us to answer in the upcoming weeks. For myself, Macedon, Gorlami, and Kaduff, and Mamba, thank you for watching this episode. We hope you enjoyed. Tune in next week where we break down all of Week 8 and even look forward closer and closer to the UFL playoffs because they're just around the corner. So enjoy football because it doesn't have many more weeks left. Get ready for the NFL season. It's just around the corner. Hopefully you're enjoying this warmer weather because it's getting a little too hot for my liking already, and that's not a good sign.
It's the humidity, dude.
It is. But
it's killing me.
At the very least, make sure you always run the damn ball. Have a good night.
Bring the fullback dive to the UFL.